So after Trump announced the ceasefire, I gave myself a day to enjoy the belief that the ceasefire would end the war eventually. But then I watched some other analysts who are less weak-minded than I am. So yeah, the ceasefire is nonsense. The Trump has only said he's done the ceasefire, as I said in another video, because he can't take it anymore. He needs to stop it, whatever. But I think for people that are behind this, they realize that they've gone through a lot of ordnance. They need to regroup, collect. They need to take a little break, number one. So for them, 2 weeks is no problem. The other thing is that the U.S. is still bringing troops and materials and equipment to the area, so they need time to do it. So what I expect is at some point the U.S. will try to probably take one of those islands or something in Iran. So they're preparing for that. Another story I've been working on, as you know, is whether Netanyahu is incapacitated or dead. And, looking at the videos, I can't prove it. There's a link to a story that I'm going to keep sort of updated that you can go read about my various theories about it in the description. But something's wrong. Something is not right. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger totally on it. All the things that I see are in this story that I wrote. But anyway, let's just say for the sake of argument, or even if he's alive, what Israel has to do is they have to, because the plan to basically replace the regime in Iran and get a new government and weaken it, because their whole plan to weaken it to the point that they wanted has failed, they need to get the U.S. fully in support. And of course, 60% of U.S. citizens are not in support. And if Netanyahu is incapacitated or dead or something, then they can't rely on his relationship with Trump. They can't rely on Netanyahu like flying over to the U.S. every time and talking Trump into whatever their latest scheme is. So Israel has to find a way, and the neocons in the United States have to find a way to get Americans involved. So I believe there will be some sort of false flag event that's going to kill a lot of Americans, and it's going to push Americans into supporting the war against Iran. The other thing is that the economic pain is felt in a big way, then I think that will also turn Americans towards Iran. So the people in charge of this, that's what they need to happen. So if you do see some huge event, let me tell you, Iran is not going to do anything like that. They're just not. They haven't done it in years. It's just not their MO. So if you do see something like, 50 Americans killed, eating their breakfast in Saudi Arabia, that's a false flag, okay? So anyway, but I don't know. So I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't really know if Netanyahu's alive or dead. I don't really know if the ceasefire, won't hold. But I'm just giving you what I believe as of tonight. The ceasefire is a joke. All the negotiations are just performative. That Pakistani is involved is hilarious because, one of the Pakistanis said, hey, Israel's a cancer and should be wiped out, saying what so many people are afraid to say. So, that's the people holding these negotiations. But anyway, that's who Scott Ritter, believes that China called Pakistan and said, try and get some sort of negotiation going. We want this over. And I think there's definitely some truth to that. But again, Pakistan is just too funny. Anyway, so again, and I disagree with Scott Ritter that this is the end of it. No. Americans are not. They're not getting smart. We're going to try some sort of invasion of one of those islands. It will cost a lot of men and some equipment. I think that's probably what the U.S. is deciding, or the people behind this are like, listen, we gotta man up. Yeah, we got to accept that we're going to lose like a few hundred men or whatever and some planes, and we just got to go in and do it. So anyway, where am I at? I'm at it's 3.4% on my thing, almost 5 minutes. Anyway, hope you found this interesting. We shall see.